Hi everyone, I'm David Wallbridge, Associate Director at Harris & Clarke, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that if you're responsible for buildings, a portfolio or even a single commercial site, this is one of the smartest investments you can make. We're talking about planned preventative maintenance, or PPM, and specifically why it saves you money in the long term. Whether you're a facilities manager, a landlord, a tenant, or you're just trying to run your building more efficiently, understanding PPM can genuinely transform the way you operate and budget. So let's break down in a clear, practical way. Planned preventative maintenance is essentially a proactive, scheduled approach to maintaining your building's assets. Things like HVAC systems, electrical infrastructure, fire systems, lifts, roofs, plumbing and more. Instead of waiting for something to break and dealing with the drama and downtime and emergency invoices that come with it, you schedule regular inspections, testing, servicing and repairs before problems become expensive. PPM is the difference between replacing a £20 filter now or replacing a £2,000 air handling unit later. It's as simple as that. But let's go deeper into the reasons that this approach saves you money. One of the biggest financial advantages of PPM is early detection. Most major system failures don't happen out of nowhere. Boilers give warning signs, roof membranes begin to deteriorate long before they leak. Pumps sound different before they give out, and if you catch these things early, the cost to fix them is usually minimal. But if you miss these warning signs, then you're dealing with emergency call-outs, new parts with premium shipping, potential shutdowns, and depending on the asset, maybe even legal complications and issues. Let's use a simple example. A small refrigerant leak in your HVAC system. Caught early through regular maintenance, you're looking at a few £100s. Left unidentified, the leak can damage the compressor, which could cost several thousands to replace, not to mention the damage to the surrounding finishes or building fabric. PPM essentially buys you time, and time in building management is money. Every mechanical and electrical asset in your building has a predicted lifespan, but that lifespan assumes it's properly maintained. Think of it like owning a car. You never change the oil, you can't complain when the engine fails, and buildings are no different. Regular servicing keeps your equipment performing efficiently and prevents wear and tear from accelerating. When your asset lasts longer, you delay replacement costs, and those costs can be enormous. For example, a commercial boiler can last 10 to 15 years. With proper maintenance, it can stretch to 20 to 25 years. The extra decade could easily save you tens of thousands. PPM keeps your assets operating at their optimum level, and that directly protects your investment. Reactive maintenance, those unscheduled, something just broke moments, are always more expensive. They come with a premium call-out fee, out-of-hours charges, and costs for fixing things under pressure with limited options. PPM though can flip this. Instead of reacting, you're planning. When you know a service is coming up, you can budget and you can plan around downtime. You can source replacement parts at reasonable prices, and you can avoid those 2 AM emergency call-outs and bills that nobody wants to deal with. Multiple studies across facilities management show that PPM costs significantly less over the life cycle of a building than reactive maintenance alone. Why? Because you're controlling your environment instead of it controlling you. Speaking of those costs, financial predictability is massively underrated. With PPM in place, you know when your assets are due for servicing, when replacement parts will likely be needed, and what your maintenance spend looks like year to year. This allows you to build accurate capital and operational expenditure forecasts, preparing for major costs and avoiding nasty surprises. For landlords, this can improve service charges transparency. For tenants, it prevents operational disruptions. For portfolio owners, it helps maintain consistent financial performance. The bottom line, predictable spending is always cheaper than unpredictable spending. PPM isn't just about preventing failures, it's also about performance. Equipment that's well maintained and runs more efficiently, pumps run smoother, HVAC systems don't overwork, lighting systems don't flicker or drain excessive power. Over time, this translates to a measurable reduction in your energy bills. A clogged filter or poorly calibrated sensor might not seem like a major issue, but it can force the system to operate far harder than it should. That inefficiency compounds every single day, wearing out equipment faster. PPM ensures your building runs as the manufacturer intended, and that means lower running cost. We also need to consider that there are strict statutory requirements for certain building systems. fire alarms, emergency lighting, gas installations, lifts and more. Failing to maintain them can lead to fines, legal liabilities or insurance claims being rejected. Planned maintenance ensures these systems remain compliant, records are up to date and nothing is left to chance. It also massively reduces the risk of downtime caused by compliance failures, and trust me, the cost of non-compliance is almost always higher than the cost of keeping things to standard. For landlords or property owners looking to preserve or enhance asset value, PPM is essential. A well-maintained building commands higher rents, attracts better tenants, reduces void periods, and can achieve stronger valuations. Tenants also notice when a building is cared for. They're less likely to raise complaints, they experience fewer disruptions, and they're more satisfied overall. This translates into longer leases and more stable income. PPM is an investment not just in physical assets, but in the entire performance of the building. Unexpected failures cause downtime, and downtime always has a cost. Maybe it's staff unable to work because the building's too hot or cold. Maybe it's customers turning away because the doors won't open. Maybe it's the entire floor being shut down because of a leak. PPM significantly reduces the likelihood of disruptions that hit productivity, revenue and operational continuity. Right then, my final thoughts and a short answer. Why does planned preventative maintenance save you money in the long term? Because it helps you avoid major failures. It extends the lifespan of your assets. It reduces emergency call-outs, gives you predictable budgeting, improves energy efficiency, ensures compliance, and it maintains or increases the value of your building. PPM isn't just a cost, it's a strategic investment, and when done properly, it pays for itself many times over. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has given you a clear and practical look at why planned preventative maintenance is one of the smartest things you can implement in your building strategy. As always, if you need any help or advice on this or any other topic, please feel free to get in touch with our website, harrisonclarke.co.uk, where our friendly team is here to help. See you in the next video.